Today's guest is Vitangelo from Bella Napoli Pizzeria, and we are recording the next few weeks of podcast live from the Pizza Tomorrow Summit in Orlando, Florida, earlier in November. Great show, great opportunity to kind of hang out with some pizza folks, see the U.S. pizza teams compete. We will have a video of the pizza competition coming up pretty soon where you can kind of get a little behind-the-scenes look of what the pizza competition is like if you've ever wanted to compete in that. Today we talked to Vitangelo, who's part of the U.S. pizza team. He talks about the competitions a little bit. We talk a lot about pizza, how he got started, how he built his restaurant, and a lot of like why people are in the pizzeria and serving good pizza and what is good pizza nowadays. If you're interested in that, hit like, hit subscribe. Stay tuned for this great interview with Vitangelo. First time I've ever talked to him on the podcast, so I'm excited to share that with you. And stick around because we will get to that interview right after this message. Slice has something great. It's called Slice Referral. Slice.com/referral. If you want to make up to $2,000 just by referring your pizza friends to sign up for Slice, you can make $500 when they sign up for online ordering, and then an additional $1,500 if they sign up for Slice Family Membership or the point of sale system. This is a great way for you as the pizza shop owner to make some extra money just by telling your friends about Slice. Great point of sale system. The family membership also has phones, boxes, online ordering, a website, all that stuff that's going to help you kind of not have to worry about the tech or the phones answering, because that's a big pain in the butt. We all know that. And if you're a pizza shop owner, you do as well. So sign up for that and then tell all your friends about it. Go to slice.com/referral. There'll be a little sheet in there. You have to fill out some information about your friend and what the name of their pizzeria is. And then when they process their first order, boom, you get paid. $1,500 or $2,000 just by referring people you know to Slice. Again, slice.com/referral. That's where you send them. Oh, well, thank you so much for joining me. I know you're busy at the Pizza Summit this year. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Thank you for having me.
I know, I'm excited to talk to you. We've known each other for a long time. This is the first time we've done a podcast together.
Yeah.
I've seen you so much at the competitions, at other people's pizza shops, at your own pizza shop. It's been great. So tell everybody where you're from and what you do.
My name is Vitangelo Recchia. I'm from Punta Gorda, Florida. I have a pizzeria out there. I've owned it since 2014, but the restaurant's been around since 2003. It's my first pizzeria restaurant I've ever owned.
How'd you get into pizza?
My family actually immigrated from Italy as farmers, and my dad, 19 years old, was asked to go move to Pennsylvania, and he's like, "Where's Pennsylvania?" And the guy was like, "Place to go make money in the middle of nowhere." From Brooklyn, Italy to Brooklyn, Brooklyn to Pennsylvania, you went to the sticks. So
I always wondered, like, she's Greek.
Okay.
So my family, my kids are Greek, and her parents came over from Greece.
Okay.
And I'm always like, why'd you go to Boston? Of all the places you could go, like in the United States, like you can go to California, you can go to Florida, you can go to like.
Everyone funneled right through to New York.
Yeah, right.
And then from New York they went north, or they went south.
Exactly.
I mean, I know people that went to Kansas City.
Which is like, listen, these are great places. I'm not saying anything about these places, but like they're cold, right? Yeah. So you're coming over from Italy or Greece, and you're like, you gotta pick the coldest place in the United States to go.
Today, all the Italians want to go to Miami, so they all come to Miami, and they find work, and then they're there for 2-3 months, and they figure out that the sun is not always the best place to go work 80 hours a week.
It's not always good for your dough, right?
No, not at all. But yeah, I mean, my parents, they immigrated from Italy. They met in Brooklyn, and they made a life for themselves with what they had to work with. You know, back in the day, they were when you're in Italy in those times post World War II, you know, the economy was horrible.
Yeah.
So my grandfather was a prisoner of war.
Wow.
During World War II, by the Greeks, no pun intended. Whoops. But the Americans came in and saved him. So my grandfather was like, let's give it a shot. He goes, I'm gonna go to Argentina first, go to Buenos Aires. And he goes, that's not for me, not for my family. But his brother stayed. And then he goes, I'm gonna go to New York, and he went to New York.
Nice.
And the rest is 13 brothers and sisters. The rest is history.
You have 13 brothers and sisters?
No, my grandfather had 13 kids.
Wow.
My dad's one of 13. Would have been one of 18, but you know, back in the day, doctors, technology,
yeah,
you know,
not the same as today.
Yeah.
Well, so how'd you get to Florida? He moved to Florida?
So my parents moved to Pennsylvania. I was born in Pennsylvania. Then I ended up moving. I went to Penn State. After I graduated from Penn State, I moved to New York City. Worked in Times Square at Bubba Gump Shrimp Company.
Okay.
My dad advised me not to do it because he knew what New York City was all about. I was like, I got to go out and experience it. I have to go out and live. Not in 2007, $5,000 a month in rent with 3 roommates. Then, I don't know how much it is now, but
that's crazy.
I was living on Wall Street, but I was out of pizza, but I was in restaurants. And about 8 months into it, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can't do this anymore. I want a life. I have like all my friends are going out on the weekends. So I ended up leaving and I moved to Fort Lauderdale.
Did you know anybody down there?
In New York?
No, Florida.
Florida, no. I knew, the person I knew was the person that helped me get a job.
Okay.
And was my aunt's neighbor in Staten Island.
Okay.
And she was working with, her company she was working with had just purchased Shelton Ferrari in Fort Lauderdale on US 1.
Okay.
So I was like, Italian company, you know, let's bring it back to the roots again. And you know, Ferrari is just a symbol of, you know, a symbol of Italian heritage. So I'm like, let me go give it a shot. And I ended up working in services and warranties in the back office.
Oh, you worked at Ferrari?
Yeah, I worked at Ferrari Fort Lauderdale.
And until you opened your shop?
No, until about 2 years. And then while I'm there, I'm getting like, you know, I was getting that nostalgia. I'm around Ferraris, I'm around Lamborghinis, I'm around people that are coming from Italy, people that, you know, that are in the pizza business, coming in, buying Ferraris because they own distributors,
right.
Restaurant owners, hotel owners, bar owners. Fort Lauderdale is like a mecca for just exotic.
Yeah.
So one day I'm like, you know, I'm talking to myself while I'm sitting on my desk, just emailing to Italy. I'm like, you know, I want to go to culinary school. I want to go back, bring it back to what it all started. So I started researching culinary schools, and I came across Alma Cucina Italiana, the school that was created by Galtieri Marchesi, which is the father of modern day Italian cuisine, like on the Michelin level, but simple. So I applied, they accepted me, and told my parents. My dad was like, more school? And I was like, yeah, more school. You know, because at the end of the day, what I wanted to learn, I wasn't going to learn through him.
Right.
You know, he taught me as much as he can teach me. And what he taught me was what I couldn't learn in culinary school.
Got it. Like the fine techniques, right?
Yeah, I mean, what I learned from my dad was the ethics.
Yeah.
The sacrifice, the hard work, the day in, the day out, the grind. And he told me, he goes, you know, you're gonna go to Italy, and there's this thing called la gavetta. La gavetta is like, it's like you're passing. Like you gotta break your hump to get to the next level. So forget your friends, forget your free time, forget yourself for a little bit. You have to put the time in to get to where you want to go. And when I went to culinary school, it was challenging. But the advantage I had, I grew up in a household where I learned Italian.
Okay.
So I spoke Italian fluently. And my family, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, my grandparents, up until about maybe 8 years ago, my last grandparent passed away, but up until about 8 years ago, I was speaking Italian with them. Like I would go visit my grandparents just to go visit them, you know. I studied abroad in Italy and Rome in 2006, which like made me fall in love with Rome.
Got it.
Because all my family's from South Italy and Puglia, but it was one of those things where if I didn't do what I did and my parents didn't give me the opportunity to experience that, I probably would have not done it. You know, they gave me the itch. I found the itch on what I wanted to do, and I just took it.
So after you got done with that, you came back and you opened your restaurant?
So after I came back from Italy, from culinary school, because I did a stage out there at Michelin restaurants, I worked in Rimini for 7 months, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day.
Wow. For
7 months. It was the best experience I had in my life. When I came back, I still didn't open a restaurant. I ended up working for a French bistro. So I went away from the Italian cuisine.
Okay.
So I worked for a French bistro in West Palm Beach, where I met my wife. And my chef was from Saint-Tropez. from West Palm. His name is Chef Julian. If you see this, shout out to you.
Shout out.
You know, Chef Julian is one of those guys where, you know, the French are the French, right? They're hard, they're very technical, they don't like shortcuts. So within a couple weeks of me starting, I was on, a couple weeks, maybe to a month and a half, I was on the grill, and then he made me a saucier within a month and a half, 2 months. So I was in charge of all the sauces in the restaurant. And then I stayed there for about 6-7 months, and then I moved to Fort Lauderdale and became sous chef of the Riverside Hotel. And I was there for about a year, went to work in an Italian restaurant, worked for about 6-7 months. At this point, I'm 30 years old, and I'm like, the grind is $13 an hour, what can I do?
Right.
So had an opportunity to move to Punta Gorda.
Where is that, by the way?
South of Sarasota, north of Fort Myers, on the west coast of Florida.
Okay.
So when I moved there, I was told you have an opportunity to buy this restaurant. The owner, I don't know, he had to sell the restaurant in some fashion because something was happening, I don't know. But I bought it.
What kind of restaurant was it?
It was an Italian pizzeria.
Like sit down, wait staff, everything?
Sit down, wait staff, full service restaurant, no liquor. But I never wanted to make pizza. So I'm going backwards to like what I didn't want to do, going backwards because I saw what the opportunity was. And but I was able to bring what I learned from culinary school and working in Michelin restaurants to where we were able to put everything that I learned into motion there.
Right.
And you know, like anyone else, like everyone's like, don't change anything. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, perfect. But everyone has their style, right? So when I took over September 1st, 2014, I changed everything but changed nothing.
Okay.
So I kept the menu the way it was.
Yeah.
I just changed my products.
Got it.
So, you know, we changed.
So you kept the same like just changed the ingredients.
Just change the ingredients.
Where'd you learn? What'd you change? Like, what would you change from?
I mean, we changed chicken purveyors, we changed sauce, we changed tomatoes,
Like,
we changed
did you change
all
the
of those.
flour and dough and all that?
Yeah, I changed the flour. I mean, they were using. Can I say brands?
Yeah, go for it.
Like they were using All Trumps.
Yeah.
Like they were using All Trumps flour. And,
The red labeled one?
The red label one.
A lot of places use that.
They use it. I mean, because people don't understand how to work with flours.
Yeah.
All Trumps made a great product for what it was,
Yeah.
for the masses. And I'm not knocking it, you know, but this is like, we're gonna fast forward here because of the flour, it created health problems for me when I was 31.
So do you do a sourdough now, or do you do?
No, what I do now, so in 2015, I started feeling, I started waking up where my body was feeling on fire.
Okay.
So I started for about 6 to 8 months, and I made an appointment with a GI doctor, and he put me into like a whole rigmarole of like endoscopies, blood tests, under the skin allergy testing. So I did all that, and he came to the consensus after my testing. He goes, I'm gonna diagnose you with celiac. I go, the fuck?
No, you can swear, you're fine.
The fuck you are?
Yeah.
I go, I'm an Italian guy, I have a pizzeria, own a restaurant, my hands are in flour every day. You know, I eat pasta every day. He goes, well, I don't know what to tell you. I said, I'm gonna challenge you, because for you to finish there, for me, you're not advising me properly.
Right.
As my doctor. So I'm gonna tell you, I said, you should find another job.
Did you say that to him?
I told him to in the office. My wife was like, what are you doing? I go, he can't tell someone that they're celiac when we own a restaurant. Like, this is our life. Like, I'm not going back to school again to go learn finance, to go accounting. I'm in it to win it right now. So
well, he's probably like, dude, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
yeah, like he couldn't tell me anything. So in that same time period, I got a flyer in the mail from Scuola Pizzaiolo Italiana.
Okay.
It was Tony Gemignani's class.
Oh yeah.
Over in at Pizza Napoli, at Tony's Pizza Napolitana in California, San Francisco.
Did he teach that class in that restaurant?
He taught that class in that restaurant.
Wow. That restaurant's not that big.
No, but
I mean, it's busy.
It's banging, it's
Yeah.
booming.
But it's not a large footprint.
No, it's not. But what he utilizes the space very, very methodically.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of the only restaurants I know that has 8 ovens in it.
Yeah, I know.
And one of them being a wood burn. You have 2 electrics. You have a coal fire. You have a Rotoflex. You have Baker's Prides. I mean, he has like 5 or 6 different stations going at one time.
Was the school like in the morning before they opened?
Yeah, the school was from 8 o'clock to 2:30.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it was all day.
It was 6.5 hours.
So that's where you really learned to like make pizza and like about dough and stuff.
No, what the reason I went there because I didn't make my first pizza till I was 31.
Really?
And I mean, I toyed with it. My dad tried teaching me. I don't know. My mind wasn't there for it. I wasn't ready for it. So, but the reason I went to Tony, to his class, is because what I learned in California is that in California they outlawed bleach and bromate.
Yes.
So I'm like, this can be something different. And again, someone didn't tell me this. I went through the whole gamut of shots, endoscopy, cutting out a piece of my gut lining, and to find out all this stuff. So when the doctor told me I had celiac, you know, and you say like, hey, you're full of shit.
Right.
You know, when I went to Tony, I learned the differences in flours. You know, at that same exact time, this is 2015. I think Caputo had been here already for like 9 years, 9 years. So people didn't really know what Caputo flour was.
Yeah, it wasn't as like the ingredients people use in pizza today, which is 2025.
Yeah.
Way more information than there was 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was not around then.
Yeah. People
And,
even the regular consumer now is a little bit aware of it, but back then they were not.
Yeah, I mean, you were using Caputo flour only for wood burn pizza.
Yeah.
Like they didn't understand it. In Italy, wood burn pizza is all they knew.
Right.
They didn't have electric. They didn't have gas is expensive. Like when I was in Italy, we went to my cousin's in Campania, my cousin's farm, and they had a wood burn oven. I was like, oh no shit! Like this is fun. And we made like 200-300 pizzas. But what did we use? We used Caputo flour.
Yeah.
Caputo 00 flour. You put 00 flour today with New York style pizza at 500 degrees, it's not gonna brown.
Right.
It's gonna be a disc. It's gonna be a brick. And people are like, but this is Caputo flour. It should be like fantastic. Well, you have to know how to use the flour and the temperatures and such. So what I learned at Tony's was about the flours. And, you know, what I learned there is all Trump's flour. If you're in a competition, all Trump's flour is fantastic.
Why is it? We're good for competitions.
It's good
For people who
because
don't know.
it's stable. It's loaded with stabilizers. So that's what you want for competition. You want to give the best product to the judges.
Right.
Now, I'm gonna get shit for this, for saying that, but you know, if we didn't have what we have today to build a foundation, then we'd still all be using all Trumps. Right?
Probably, yeah.
Like if you don't have someone that has that backing, that knowledge on what the flours coming from Italy are, or you know the laws of what bleach and bromate are, you know, 9 out of 10 mills in Italy, they'll go to North Dakota, buy all their farms, bring it to Italy, process it,
And then bring it back here.
and then we're buying it from them.
Yeah.
But what are they doing differently? They're not adding that process.
It's a Europe thing.
It's a Europe thing.
Because my wife, like I said, is Greek.
Yeah.
In her family, same thing. The flour they use in Greece for, you know, the pasta they make or
Yeah.
the phyllo dough, whatever they're
Yeah.
making, is way different than they use it here.
Yeah, and they know the mills in Italy teach you how to be bread makers before they teach you how to be pizzaiolos.
Yeah.
Whereas-
Which is the best case scenario, because some of the best pizza that I've had, and I've had a ton, all across the United States.
You used to own pizza. You used to own a
Yeah,
pizzeria.
same. We use shitty flour too. You know? Like I didn't fucking know.
Yeah, I mean,
Back
you,
in the day, we used
you
shitty
don't
flour.
know.
Yeah, but the best pizza that I've had generally comes from people who started making bread.
Processes, times, temperatures.
Yeah, because it translates really well.
Yeah.
To pizza.
Yeah,
And if you can, it's more complicated than pizza. So if you can understand that, pizza becomes a little bit easier.
it is. We're taught in America not to be bread bakers. We're taught to be pizza men.
Yeah.
Or pizza women. So if you want to go one step further, you go back to learn how to make bread, and your pizza becomes 10 times better.
You have a similar story. So my daughter is really starting to make bread. She's working in my friend's pizza shop now because we want to open a shop and
Yeah.
she wants to be part of it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, before we do anything, go work in a shop
Yeah.
as an employee
Yep.
and see if you like it. And if you can you like it and you can make it, all right, we'll talk about
Yeah.
it. But she started because she started the same thing as you. She had the problems,
Yeah.
like dietary problems, hives.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I mean, I would wake up and I would be a ball of fire.
Yeah. So we same thing. Went to the doctor. They didn't really know. What we ended up doing was just being like, all right, you're gonna just cut out one thing a week from your diet and see what that is. And it ended up being bread. And now she makes sourdough bread. She uses flour from Italy or Greece.
Yep,
And like
yep.
if she does the process the right way,
Yep.
she's fine. If she
Yep.
cheats and she eats a piece of bread from here, forget about it.
So it's funny you say that because over the past, since 2015, I have developed a whole different way to make my pizza.
Okay.
So now I mix three or four different flours,
Are
depending
they like
on.
flours that we would know?
It's a type 0
Okay.
that comes from North Italy. It's a type 1 that comes from the South Italy. It's a semolina that comes from South Italy. And then I use an American flour, but it's the cut because of how it's made, more or
Yeah.
less. It's a King Arthur flour.
I mean, there are some flours that are made in
Yeah.
the U.S. now that don't use any
yeah,
of those
Central
carbs.
Milling, King Arthur, Bay State Milling. They're starting to follow. They're starting to follow this belief that the bleach and the bromate doesn't need to be there.
Right.
When my doctor told me I had celiac, and I went to Tony's school, fast forward about maybe 6-7 years, I started it was always the chemicals, right? Chemicals are 90% of why people are developing cancers today.
Right.
Or it's not genetic.
Or things like Crohn's
Or things like Crohn's,
Yeah.
or autoimmune diseases. I just did a couple years ago a DNA test, and I did an ancestry test, and I still go to a doctor to get tested regularly because I'm still trying to take stuff out of my diet. And when I did this DNA test, I don't care who hears it, who knows it. I think everyone should do a DNA test.
Yeah.
The DNA test came down and said chemicals and processes in what you eat in today's food, such as XYZ that we talked about, and they labeled them, is what gives me the inflammation in my body.
Wow.
So it brings it down to the percentage
Yeah.
of what it is, to the point that it told me how much microplastics are in my body.
That's crazy. Well, they can do that now.
Yeah.
crazy.
So I own a restaurant, full service, full bar. I'm contemplating taking away all my fountain soda
Really?
and going to cans, aluminum,
Why the fountain sodas? What's in there?
bags,
Oh, the bags,
Bag
the
in a
plastic
box.
lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bag in a box.
Yeah.
Because how long are they sitting in that box?
Forever. You don't know what they're doing too. Like in the
You don't
truck,
know
if it heats up
the
or if
heat,
it cools
everything,
down.
yeah.
It's just the syrup too, right?
Yeah, it's just syrup.
Yeah.
And then, at the same exact point, high fructose corn syrup
Yes.
has come in to my world to affect me. And now that they announced that they're going to start using real cane sugar in Coke products, I hope Pepsi does the same.
Yes.
They started to with certain products, but not in their bag in the box yet.
So is your restaurant, you're transitioning to all like, I don't want to say healthy products. They're not necessarily, they're healthier.
I mean, are people going to come in and?
Did they ask you about it?
People ask me what kind of flour we use.
Do they really?
Yeah, they ask me. They
How
have
often do you think that happens?
probably about 2-3 times a week.
Probably more now than a couple years ago, right?
More now than a couple years ago. But here's the thing. I have a lot of customers that come down from the Northeast, Boston, New York, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, and a lot of them. We have one customer specifically that comes down because she says to me, she goes, I can't eat pizza where I'm from or anywhere else when I come to Florida, but when I come here, I can eat your pizza with no problems. And I say, well, why is that? She goes, well, when she was pregnant, she developed an autoimmune disease, celiac,
Okay.
because the pregnancy brought it out. So I said to her, you're telling me you're celiac, you're sitting in this restaurant, it was brought on by pregnancy, and now you can eat my pizza? And she goes, yeah. I said, I don't have an EpiPen for you, but if you've been eating it, disclaimer
Yeah.
on the bottom of the menu. But she comes down and she orders about 7 or 8 pizzas to freeze to bring back to Boston.
Wow.
And I asked her, I said, why is it, like, what makes my pizza different than anywhere else? And she said to me, she goes, what do you use? She asked me what I'm using. So I said, well, I'm using all natural, clean flours from Italy. And she goes, that's your answer.
Yeah, that's it.
And, you know, is it knocking what someone else on the street's using? It's not knocking, but those customers aren't my customers. You know, I tell people all the time, I said, at what point are you going to change? You want quality over the quantity. Because we can eat as much as we want all day. Like how much? Like you go to Italy, ask for a doggy bag, they look at you like you have 4 heads.
You got to eat it all.
You got to eat it all. But what they give you is portion.
Right.
They literally give you portion control. Where here we're in abundance. You know, you go to I use Maggiano's, and you do family style.
Wait,
food.
what is that?
Maggiano's,
Yeah.
Italian American restaurant, corporately owned.
Okay.
But they started as a small, as a mom and pop or a family restaurant, probably years ago. But you go there and you can buy by 2, 4, 6, or 8. And it's family style. But how much food can you eat for 2 people?
Right.
When they bring out 5 plates.
Right. We eat too much. And that's funny you say that about the flour too, because one of the things I've been talking about lately is I get the opportunity to visit a lot of pizza shops. And what I've noticed is every pizza shop is trying to, like, obviously get as much sales as they possibly can, right?
Trying to capture that market.
Exactly. What separates you as a pizza shop from the other pizza shop down the street? It's really only the dough or in the service, right? Like the service.
It's ingredients.
Right, but like we all kind of use grande cheese, Stanislaus or Bianco Napoli.
Galbani.
Galbani.
I'm a Galbani guy.
Galbani. But there's a couple cheeses you can choose from that are commercially available from pizza shops.
There's a lot of private labeling out there.
Yeah, and we all kind of use the same ones.
Yeah.
The dough is really what you can separate you from the other place down the street, in my opinion.
Dough, tomatoes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go further, you go down to the equipment. Who has a gas baker's pride to a Marforni electric?
What do you use?
So right now I have a Pizza Master.
Okay. What do you think of that?
It's good. It's good for what I use. You know, I like it. I have also Garland air decks.
Okay.
So an impinger oven that is usually in a conveyor, but you know.
Do you have a conveyor and a Pizza Master?
No. So the impinger is like a conveyor, but it's a screen deck.
Okay.
It's not a stone. It's not steel. It's a screen deck with perforated screen deck.
Yeah.
It's a convection oven.
Okay.
And it gets about 550 degrees. Cooks New York pizza fantastic. Cooks pan pizzas fantastic. The problem with it is that it's an American-made product that's expensive to fix. Has a blower, has a relay, has a motherboard. You know, you go get gas ovens, thermocoupler, thermostat, orifice.
It's like the gas ovens are great because there's not a lot of parts to it.
Yeah.
And you can fix it yourself, kind of.
You can, but you hold back on your temperature.
Yeah.
You hold back on your cooking time.
Yeah.
So when you take I'll use New York style doughs. You take a 65% hydrated New York style dough in a gas oven, you need to cook at 575, 600. You know, the old school hydrations, the old school doughs, 58% New York style dough, you're cooking at 525.
Yeah.
You know, today, you want to get that oven spring as quick as you can so you can dry out that dough. I love high hydrated doughs. I think they make better pizzas.
What kind of style of pizza do you say you make?
So we do a few styles of pizza, and reason why is because where I'm located at, people don't know the other styles other than New York and Sicilian.
Okay.
So we do New York, 3 different sizes, 12, 16, 18. We do a Sicilian, that's 18 by 12.
Okay.
We do a Detroit, which is 9 by 13. We do a Grandma, which we do a 12 by 12. Hybrid. We overnight proof, get about a little bit of rise, probably about a 1/2 inch rise, and we bake. All my pans are par bakes.
Do you use the same dough for all of them?
I use the same dough for 5 styles.
Okay.
And then we do a Roman pan, 80% hydrated.
Wait, you do all these different styles of pizza?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, and I do them because I want to give people. That's how I'm going to capture it.
Yeah.
You know, I opened up a second restaurant.
Is it a pain in the ass though?
No, I mean because 4 of our pizzas are par bakes. They're all
Okay,
shells.
so it's more prep than anything else.
It's
They
more
just top
prep
it,
than
yeah.
anything, you know, and that's the new game today. When you don't have enough staff, like I have 4 pizza guys, the par bake game for me gives me consistency, you know, because not everyone's like me. Not everyone can say they understand. Like, we can't have one dough for Detroit, one dough for Sicilian, one dough for Grandma. The dough maker is going to go crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like,
Yeah, we
it's
use
hard to
one
do
dough,
it, yeah.
master dough. And honestly, that's another thing that I learned when I was in California. When you make one master dough, you can do anything.
Yeah.
You know, but you want to go do testing, you can change your master dough to 67%, bring it down to 62%. You know, but when you get into what the dough is, keeping the flavor profile is the same. If you were to taste all 5 of my pizzas made differently, you're gonna get the same profile, but you're gonna get different flavor.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Because you're handling it differently.
yeah, handling it differently. You know, when I incorporated Roman pizza.
Do people know what that is where you are?
Roman?
Yeah.
They know it.
Do they call it Sicilian or?
No, I mean, they don't. So back in 2019, I opened up a Roman pizzeria
In your area?
in my area.
Okay.
About maybe, I don't know, half a mile from my place now.
Okay.
That
was early.
It was early. It
For
was
Roman pizza.
It was when Roman pizza was like up and coming.
I still feel like people don't still know what Roman pizza is.
They don't.
Yeah.
People in New York, people in Miami, Chicago, because of Bonchi. Like, Bonchi was the funnel.
Definitely.
You know, he's the one that brought the Roman style. Like, Roman style, high hydration, high temp cooking, complete showcase full of gourmet pizzas.
Right.
But he does it differently. He does it by the weight.
Pound, right? Or whatever. Yeah.
By the
whatever.
kilo.
Yeah, yeah.
By the gram.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it by the slice. Like what we're used to is doing it by the slice. So
you can get like a little sliver if you want.
yeah, you can get 400 grams.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you want, and you can mix and match them. Like, what he does is great. You know, and he's the poster boy.
Yeah.
For Roman pizza in the world. And you know, you come to America where they don't know, but like, you look at what pizza is in America. All started back in the late 1800s by Neapolitans coming into New York, Lombardis, go to Frank Pepe's, Sally's. You know, they all developed their own styles. You know, New Haven Pizza developed from a bread baker by accident. And you know, what do you get when you like have 8-day-old dough and you smash it?
Yeah.
Pizza.
Yeah.
You know, and those are like, that's where the flavor profiles came in. But fast forward to like where I'm at, like, you know, with my Roman pizzeria, it was something new in an area that wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
But
That's why I was
COVID
asking. I was
happened.
curious about that. Yeah.
You know, COVID happened. Customers like today, if that place is there right now today, people come into my place for my Roman pizza.
There's a couple places there. So I'm from Boston.
Okay.
There's a couple Roman pizza places that opened up recently.
And there's going to be more.
Yeah.
And
It's like what Detroit was a couple years ago.
Yep. Detroit's another one. In Florida right now, Detroit's exploding.
Yeah, I bet.
And it's exploding also in Italy.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
They're doing Detroit styles over there?
You're going to start seeing Detroit pizza in Italy. Not as competition to any other style, but something different.
I like Detroit style pizza. It's heavy. You can't eat it as much as you can like a New York or a Neapolitan. But I enjoy the style itself.
Yeah. It's Detroit, the new Detroit style with the frico, the different blends of flours, the different hydrations. You know, today there's more pizzaiolos and bread bakers that are making Detroit, Roman, New York style. Like, you have more hybrids and mixtures of 5, 6, 7 different flours, more hydrations, and it's all who is doing something that's gonna stand out. And you have people that have been doing this 20, 25 years that'll never get the recognition in the middle of nowhere, that when they go to competitions like this or come to Vegas and they come out with the product, they see it, it's like, whoa. And they're like, how long have you been doing this for? Like, I've been doing this for 20 years.
Wow.
You know, but I'm taking a bread recipe and making a pizza.
It is cool that these competitions allow people from all over the place to come out and compete with everybody and get that recognition.
Yeah.
I've always been curious. Like, when I operated, I never came to these. I was just too busy.
You're an operator.
Yeah. I was too busy.
How can you get away for 2 days, 3 days?
So I never came to these. I never really started coming to these events until after. But now that I've been coming, I realize how important it is for networking, for meeting people like yourself who have a vast knowledge of information that you could ask questions to. You know, competing against other people and seeing how they compete and what they're doing in their dough is very beneficial for your business.
Yeah.
And if you win, I was talking to Andy's, you know Andy from Andy's Pizza?
Yeah. I just
won-
met him yesterday.
Oh yeah, he won 1 year, and he's like, we don't do any marketing. And me winning that competition and coming back to my place and like talking about us winning exploded my business.
Yep.
So I know how important these are. Now I wish I would have taken them seriously when I was operating, because it probably would have changed my business. But I might not have been here doing this.
Well, the thing is, like, there's a need for everything.
Yeah.
And when you're an operator, you got to do your need and your want. Do you need to go to the competition, or do you want to go? If you want to go, you got to close your restaurant. If you close your restaurant for 2-3 days, you're probably going to lose, I don't know, I'm using round numbers, $5,000 in sales.
Right.
But if you're a mom and pop, you know, I know someone that when they come to these competitions, they bring a squad, they close their place. But when they open up on that Friday, and you might know what I'm talking about, he's in Fort Myers, they open up, it's gangbusters.
Is it Uncle Rico's?
Uncle Rico's, man. Like when he's here today with his whole squad.
Yeah.
And when he's here, he comes in to compete, have fun. The people that are doing it, that are in his area, they are supportive of it. You're gonna get that one asshole that's gonna be like, oh, you're closed on a Tuesday, Wednesday.
It's like the old school versus new school mentality. Yeah. Back in the day, you know, I'm old. So how
old are you?
I'm 45.
Okay.
46.
I'm
46.
42.
All right.
So we're the same age.
Yeah, we're the same age. But I've been in the business since I was like 16. So 30 years ago, you fucking close your restaurant. Like my family, you're closing your restaurant to go to a pizza expo?
What are you doing? Yeah. We're open 7 days a week, maybe 8.
All those customers are going to go down the street and never come back. That's what they would think.
Yep.
Now, I appreciate it that the new school generation of pizza operators are like, you know what? Not that I'm so much of a fan of life balance, I think it can go sway too far to the life balance than work. But there is that life balance you want. And your business is there to support your lifestyle, not you to support the business. So I do appreciate the fact that younger people nowadays are like, you know what? I am going to close 1 day a week every week. And it's
I close Monday every week.
And it's a time like I can come back Tuesday or whatever day it is you close and be refreshed and better. And like I love that he takes his whole team here and he closes and he's like, you know what? We'll figure it out when we get back.
We were on that same business model, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
7 days a week, 12 hours a day, 13 hours a day.
We closed like 3 days. Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Easter.
Yeah, that's it. And if it rained on 4th of July, we'd close.
We live in Florida. So we've gone through, my restaurant's been through Hurricane Charlie. And then we went through Hurricane Irma. Then we went through Hurricane Ian. Then we went through Hurricane Milton. So we started closing 1 day after Hurricane Irma because half my staff went to go do construction work after the hurricane came through and destroyed the area.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, these guys can't work 7 days a week. So we started closing Mondays because of that, and it stuck. Customers weren't happy about it, but I'm like, look, if you want our best, we have to do what's good for us.
Was that before COVID or after?
17.
Okay, so
2017, before COVID.
One thing COVID did do is help with that, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I think...
It helped the understanding that we're human.
Yes.
We're not robots.
We need a break. Because pizza shops were like the essential business that were open and operated because they were the ones that, no matter what kind of pizza restaurant you had, if you were a sit-down dining one, you could pivot quick to takeout. Yeah. And we were the ones that were...
We had to pivot to takeout.
Exactly, yeah. So we were the ones that did that very quickly, but I think the regular folk customers realized that, you know what, these people are human too. They need a day off too. Like, I don't work 7 days a week. Like, if you're a corporate person, you don't work 7 days a week. No. How can you expect the pizza operators to work 7 days a week, or restaurants in general?
No, we look at what work is and what time is as something that we get back.
Yeah.
And from a young age, you know, my dad's been doing this. My dad came to America with $3 in his pocket, and I followed what my dad did when he was like, Dad, I can't go to work all these hours because my friends are going out on the weekends. I'm 16, 17 years old. I want to go out with my friends. So, like, my dad quit his first job and never told his dad. He found out from his brother, from my grandfather's brother-in-law, because he was the owner. He goes, where's so and so? He goes, I don't know. He goes, he left. He goes, what do you mean he left? So my grandfather didn't find out for 2 days that my dad wasn't going to work. But my dad learned really quick that if you wanted something, you got to go back to work. So he went to go make bedroom furniture, and he left that because he wasn't union. The union guy was doing 1 bedroom furniture piece. My dad was doing 2 in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
So my dad, what I learned from my dad was the sacrifice and the ethic of work, of hard work. So even though I work maybe 5 days and I'm at the restaurant 50 hours.
Now you do?
Now I do. But I do a lot of travel too, like with the US Pizza team.
Yeah.
I'll travel internationally to do masterclass demos at events. I'll compete with the team in Parma, go to Vegas. But what I learned from him is, just because I'm at work, the people that are making the food, let them make the food. I'm looking at, okay, you're not doing it to our spec. Like, he showed me the nitty gritty of like what the job is all about. He showed me how to give customer service.
Right.
No matter how big of a pain in the ass a customer is, my philosophy that I've developed is, no matter how big of a pain in the ass a customer is, okay? And I know that there's people in this world that they don't give a shit about that. You never know how you're gonna make someone feel. You never know what they're going through in their day.
Right.
So when they walk into your establishment, kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
Make them feel special. All you need to do, and I say this today because today mental health is a real thing, and I'm going to incorporate both of them. You don't know what someone's going through.
Right, I agree.
Not even an employee member.
My wife tells me that all the time. My wife's doing the camera operator.
Yeah.
She tells me that all the time because sometimes I have a tendency to like, She's like, hey, listen, you never know. You never know what someone's like, what they're going through. If someone leaves a negative comment on a post or on a YouTube video or a Yelp review, you're like, you don't know that person. Like, they could be having a shitty day or their life sucks. Yeah. And they just took it out on you.
One of my good friends, I went to culinary school with him. He owns a company, a business now in Philadelphia. He turned me on to a guy that does a masterclass on branding. So I've been listening to him. And one thing that was profound that he said to me, going back to like how negative comments, he goes, if you can, how did he word it? If you can not react to the praise, you can not react to the hate. So you are what you are. You put yourself out there for the good and the bad.
Right.
So if you're gonna be that guy that's gonna jump down someone's throat because the first negative comment you get, whatever you're gonna put yourself into is gonna cause you more mental stress than that person that just said it to you.
Right, you're right.
What's the point?
Yeah, there's no
You're
point
on social
arguing.
media.
Yeah.
You're talking with the wall.
It stops people too from doing stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid of what someone could say.
Yeah.
And it prevents them from doing things that they know they should do to market their business, like whether that be TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, which is a huge mistake.
Yeah, and you know, today social media, it's not filtered for the good and the bad.
No.
You see it all. And you see the best of people, you see the worst of people. And in my opinion, I don't do a lot of social media. One, because I don't know how to do it.
It's easy. You take a photo and video and post it.
It's that simple. But for me to be here with you right now and admit that, I put my efforts where my efforts are better.
Yeah, I agree. Listen, the first thing, even if you have a business, because some people reach out to me and they're like, hey, I need help with my business. And I'm like, okay, great. Tell me a little bit about it. And sometimes marketing's not going to help your business. You need to fix things in your business first. That's why your business is not doing great. Not necessarily exposure. Yeah. Exposure is just going to get exposure, good or bad. Yeah. And sometimes you need to fix what you are not doing well, whether that's service or your product first, and then get exposure. Yep. But I agree. Like Andy from Andy's Pizza, we talked about him. He doesn't do any marketing. His marketing is just like, I want to make sure my product is fantastic. It's consistent every single time across all of my restaurants, and my service is great.
I'm a firm believer of that. Like, I never did marketing in my place. We always did our own social media. We always did our own stuff. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing flyers for like holidays. Right. Or, you know, we do menu mailers. That's the extent of our marketing. You know, if someone enters us into a local competition and we're a finalist or we win, and they go, you want to put an ad in the paper? No, I'm good. You know, to me, the best form of marketing is when you see your garbage, when you see your pizza box. If you do your own personalized pizza boxes, sitting on the top of a garbage, the day after someone ate the pizza.
Yeah.
You know, that's like to me, that's marketing.
Or if someone comes in and says, hey, my friend told me to come here.
Yeah, my friend told me to come here. Or, you know, I've been hearing nothing but good things about you. Or Dave Portnoy walks into your place.
Has he reviewed you?
He came to my place. He came to my Roman restaurant.
Oh, okay.
He was actually, I never met him, but he came to my restaurant when he was in Florida talking to Tucker Carlson in Boca Grande about sports betting.
Oh, okay.
So I think sports betting is in Florida because of Dave Portnoy.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, I'd like to think so at least. Because on the way back, he pulled up his One Bite app and he found my restaurant.
Okay.
And he came in, and when he came in, we had just reopened from being closed for 2 weeks for restructuring. And I looked at him and I was like, mother, I know exactly what you're about to do. So he came in and he got the pizza. It was a Roman pizza, just cheese. Followed him outside. I'm looking at him and I'm like, puts me on camera. He goes, I got the owner over here just watching me, like he's gonna beat me up or something. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But like, you know, the thing is, like, I don't see bad for what he does for the industry.
Bad?
No, I don't think what he does is bad.
No.
He turned burnt into charred.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I don't think he does anything bad. Here's what I don't like. I don't like when, and I think I talked about this in a different podcast. When you're an owner, what I don't like is, and like, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I don't care. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't beg him to come into my shop or want him to. I want to build a business.
Let it happen organically.
Exactly. And if it does and he gives us a great score, that's bonus. But I don't want to, a lot of owners I feel like try to leverage social media to get him to come into their shop because they think he's going to help their business, which he probably can if he gives you a good score.
Look, you don't want him coming in if you're not ready for him.
Exactly. So
you do not want him to come in because for the 6 to 7 weeks after he came in, I was sold out at 5 o'clock every day. People were coming from Miami pissed off because they couldn't get pizza.
He's got a good audience. He's got a big audience.
Massive.
Yeah.
But the thing is that there's a respect issue, right? If the president of the United States walks into your shop, what are you going to do? You're going to be a dick to him? No. Regardless
of what your politics are.
Regardless of, yeah.
I'm not going to be a dick to anybody.
Yeah, there's no reason to.
Maybe 2 people.
You know, if anything, I mean, we all have limits.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, as a business owner, you're the example for your staff, for your family, and you're the example for the people that come into that place. You have a choice if you want to give someone their money back. I'd say you're not welcome here because you don't just because you don't like it, that doesn't mean you're not welcome.
Right.
But if you want to continue and you want to run your mouth and make a scene, here's your money, stay out. Proper. But if you're gonna be that guy when the customer comes in, eats, and then they're gonna leave you a bad review because you didn't give them something for free, yeah, you have all the right to be pissed off because you couldn't fix it there. You know how many keyboard warriors we have in the world?
Lots. I do a YouTube channel, bro. I know a lot of them. YouTube and TikTok are the worst with comments because they can be anonymous.
I told those people that go run their mouth on YouTube, TikTok, that go run their mouth on Facebook, Instagram, come stand where I'm standing. I invite anybody to come to my place to make a pizza as a customer.
It's not easy.
Not easy. When they say, oh, the pizza sucks.
Not just one pizza, though.
No.
Like, hang
do it
out
Friday night.
Friday night at like 6:30, 7 o'clock when it's the busiest and your chaos is going on around you and you got to make 80 pizzas. That's when it's the most challenging.
Yeah. And today, the people that we're hiring, they're so soft. They want to make the most money. My dad's 72 years old. I don't know what your dad does. I don't know what your father-in-law does. I don't know if he makes pizza.
No.
But I would have my dad on the line with me all day, then hire some of the people that have to come in, and these are my options for pizza guys. My dad will hang with the best.
Old school.
Old school.
Yeah.
Like old school. The guy from Luigi's.
Yeah.
The guy's still making his own pizzas.
They don't make them like they used to.
No.
Well, we're gonna change that. Hopefully, with shows like this and the U.S. pizza team, which you're on, which we didn't even talk about, but I know you got to go back over there because you got competition to kind of manage over there as well.
Yeah. So we have a nice blend of judges over there. 25 judges, international, national, food bloggers, food writers. I'd love for you to come over there.
I know you asked me to judge it
and talk to them, just to market with them, like network with them.
Yeah, I'll definitely come over there and talk. I know you asked me to be a judge, but like, here's my thing about judging. Like, I feel bad.
No, for what?
I don't want to judge anybody's pizza. I just want to be. They did a good job. Like, they tried hard. I don't want to.
No, I totally get it, and that's why I went and found 25 people that I think could do the job.
Yeah.
Outside of any team, I want people that are going to be independent.
Yes.
Because I want them to judge. Like, I want to have that pizzaiolo that's making pizza for 30 years in Italy. I want to have that baker that's from Sicily. I want to have that food writer that's doing blogs in St. Pete or in LA or in New York. Why? Because I'm getting a variety. And I don't know you. They don't know me.
Right.
So I'll judge my pizza, don't judge me. And that's what it's all about. We are a brotherhood, sisterhood of pizzaiolos and cooks, chefs, bread bakers, whatever you want to put us. We're in food, we're in culinary. And I learned this last night talking with a bunch of people. When you graduate from culinary school, you're not graduating as a chef. You're graduating in culinary arts. You are the reason to be called chef. There's a respect issue. If you're in pizza, I can call you chef. You put your time in.
Yeah, of course.
You've broken your ass in it. You've done your demonstrations, you've done your testing. But the guy that is just starting out, that wants to be called a chef, that's 18 years old, to want to make $30 an hour, come on, let's go. Let's go wash dishes.
You got a little time to put
I'll show you how to wash dishes before, or pans before you go make a pizza or you go cook on the line. So
well, this was great. I know you got to go, but where can people go say hello to you or follow you? I know you don't say you don't do a ton of social media, but where should they go?
So if you're in Florida, I'm in Punta Gorda, Florida.
Okay.
Restaurant's called Bella Napoli Pizzeria and Restaurant. We are on our website's bellanapoli1938.com. Come check us out. Love what we do. We do a lot of different things. We're a full service Italian restaurant. We do all Italian American cuisine and full liquor bar, full Italian wine list, beers. So
that's great.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll link it up in the description below this video. We'll have to come check out and do a video
Awesome.
next time we're in the area.
Look forward to it.
Appreciate you coming on.
Thanks,
nice
Bruce.
talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to Vitangelo for joining me on the podcast. He was super busy at the show, so for him to take an hour, hang out with me at the Slice booth and just hang out and chit-chat about pizza and the business was fantastic, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and if you are watching this, let us know where you're watching this from. Leave a comment below. If you're listening to the audio version, 5 stars on iTunes or Spotify. We very much appreciate you listening. I sure do. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week, everybody.